Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome to Elite Dangerous. Off to a bit of a fouled start there right at the start of the stream here on YouTube, so apologies about that. But over on Twitch I think everything is good, so hello everyone. Nice to see you all, hope everyone's doing good. We're here where we left off previously in a rather beautiful planetary nebula. I think we're inside it, or are we just outside of it? I can't quite remember, but yeah. Looks like we might be inside it, actually. Either way, very, very nice. So, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's all alright. Nice to see you there, Raptor. Federico. Hello, Vincent. What else we got? Mustang. Wraith Lord. Hello there. And Kit, nice to see you again. Sanic. Hey there. Nice to see you as well. So, yeah, we're going to carry on with our journey today on Distant Worlds 2. And I want to talk a little bit about the new space station that's just been deployed, basically. Hello there, DJ. Nice to see you as well. Give me 2 seconds, because there's just something I've got to do off screen here. And then we can get on our way, I think. I hope. Nope, not working. Oh, well, we just have to go with what we got here, I think. Hopefully everything is looking pretty good and pretty stable. Just a little bit concerned about the stream quality, because there's been issues over the previous couple of streams, but it's looking like it's pretty good. Hopefully it's alright. Let me know, everyone, if there's any issues. SPVFA, hello there. I'm doing good, thanks. Right, let's get into hyperspace here, super cruise rather, and let's go in. Yeah, thanks everyone then. Sounds like it's looking good. Dark Neutrino, did you hear the news about the new update? What new update is that? Huge performance update coming early March. You're going to have to fill me in on the details there, Dark Neutrino. Sounds good, whatever it is. Hello, Mad Dog. Hope you're doing okay. Precon Alicia is still mad at me and Yamix about the Anaconda hoax. It wasn't my hoax, it was Yamix's one. Okay, so it was said on the Frontier Extra stream. I've been watching that, but I missed the last few minutes. Well, I was getting ready for the live stream today. Assuming have they finished now? Has the live stream finished? I had to stop watching about 10:02 or at 5:02 or something like that. I assume the live stream is finished, and a very good live stream it was as well. Itch. I did know there's people from all around watching the streams here. Pretty impressive, isn't it? Pretty nice. Let's get going then. So we got some squadron bookmarks already set in. Let's just head towards one of these, I think. I don't think it's too far away. Well, they're still live. Okay then. I had a feeling they were gonna be stopping before that. I thought the streams were gonna be an hour rather than longer. Shan, hey there, nice to see you there. You want to get Frontier to put a bar at Hutton Orbital called the Free Anaconda, so it'll show up in the system map to entice people to go there. That would be fantastic. The more people we can get there, the better. Hello there, Stuart. Did I say that? Did I just say the more people we can mistakenly send to Hutton, the better? I didn't mean it. Didn't mean it. Definitely Mad Dog. This Frontier Extra, I think, was a fantastic stream. Again, apologies if it's still ongoing. I've had to jump on over here because obviously I had a live stream scheduled, but really hope they keep it up. Looked like a great format. And thank you, Jazzy. Okay, it's still going, Stuart. Okay. Honestly thought it was going to be a 1 hour stream. So, Stuart, could you perhaps fill us in on chat there? Dark Neutrino just mentioned about a performance update coming to Elite Dangerous in March, but we haven't got any more details there. Did Frontier say much interesting on that? You're very welcome, Carl Ritchie. I'm glad you enjoy the content there. Elite is a great game anyway, so... Alright, let's start having a look at what we've got about. Not sure, Stuart. Dark Neutrino mentioned something about a performance upgrade coming in Elite Dangerous in March. I think it was mentioned on Frontier Extra, apparently. You think it might have been a Violet? You say it might have been for one of the other games, not Elite. Ah, that's the trouble with live streams. I wasn't watching, so it's easy to get wires crossed. So what's that about the new space station? Gerard, yeah, we'll get to that in just a moment. I'm going to do a bit of jumping here, and we'll keep jumping along. No worries, Dark Neutrino. I'd rather people bring up at points like that, because it's always interesting regardless anyway, so no problem at all. They're still searching for the music in the last title. I think that was Legendary Walk. I'll put it in the video description, the ends of 3305. If you check the video description there, it is listed. Shijima, if you haven't played Elite for about a year or so, then you're going to notice a lot of differences in the game, and you'll see a difference coming up in just a moment. If you haven't been watching any live streams, that is, this is the first one you've seen for a while, or videos, then you're going to notice pretty hefty change just coming up. Oh, DJ Wooderman, thank you very, very much for that. Keep your sense of wonder. Thank you for the comment as well. Very much appreciated, thank you. I'm always reading your comments on my videos as well, DJ. Always notice them there. Looks like, not sure if the alerts are working there, because that didn't actually come up. Oh, there it is. It is. It is up. Let's just shrink that down a little bit. It's a bit oversized there. There we go. Bit of lag there. Silver Wolvie, yeah, nice to see you over there on Twitch. I think generally speaking it's slightly better at stream quality over there anyway. It seems to have a much better picture. I'm not sure why that is, but pretty cool. Yeah, Shijima, we'll have a look in one of the new features in just a minute. Well, I say new, that's a few months old now, but even still. Oh well, DJ, it's a pretty long time then, ever since beta. 4 years now? 5 years nearly, actually. I don't know where the time goes, to be perfectly honest. Right, so 9 planets here. We're gonna just move away a little bit, and then we're gonna do some scanning. Eldin, we're close to each other. Let's come to open and wing up. No, thank you, Eldin. Thank you for the invite, but I'm quite happy here, not in open. Hey Duchess, nice to see you back again. Yeah, wormholes or fast travel I don't think would be a terrible idea. I know a lot of people would be against it, but personally I don't think it's such a bad idea. Yeah, Shijima, so yeah, totally agree. It does take a bit of time to figure out the new mechanics here. They're quite different to how they were previously. We're looking for some planets here. We've got rocky ice worlds we can see on the spectral analysis. Ice bodies, high metal content worlds. We're not worried about that. We want some high value planets. So we're going to keep going for the minute. Raptor, you're almost at waypoint 6 already. Or are you asking me if I'm already at waypoint 6? Because no, I'm not at waypoint 6. Yeah, back when the galaxy was called the Pill, because it was pill-shaped. Well, the full Milky Way galaxy was there, but the bit we had access to was in a pill-shaped bubble, wasn't it? A few hundred systems, I think. Or maybe less. Ah, you're already there then, Raptor. Nice. Hey there, David. Yeah, I'm not falling for that. I'm safe with you, Aldin. Okay, you're tempting me. You sound very convincing. I don't know if I sound convinced. I'll try and put on my convinced voice. Yes, Aldin, you sound very convincing. I'm going to jump straight into open and we can meet up. I'll tell you what, let's find a system to meet up in. We'll head, yeah, how about Colonia? I'll meet you in Colonia. Head there now, I'll be there in a little while. Does that sound convincing? I think so. Alright, let's see what we got here. No worries, Rom. It's a pretty neat track, I think, that music, so... Alright. Oh, we're looking for Earth-likes here, but we're not actually getting any. Absolutely loving the starfield here now, as we get this deep into space. Oh, except for there, look how that goes. I think you've got a nice dense starfield and suddenly nothing there. So has the Codex succeeded in adding some depth to the game? I think the Codex is actually lacking. It's one of the features of Chapter 4 that wasn't really as good as what I was hoping it would be. We can have a look at that in a little bit though. Oh, Shan, you're still a guest for today. I'm going to actually remove that from the video description in that case. Thanks for the heads up. That just goes to show I don't keep my video description up to date, doesn't it? Yeah, agree, David. The Codex has definitely got a lot of... Oh, 22 bodies. The Codex has definitely got a lot of potential. I think it needed to work on an individual level as well as a collective level. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite do that. I thought we'd had a massive Earth-likes there then, but not quite, unfortunately. Yeah, don't get me wrong, Mad Dog. I think the Codex is a really nice addition to the game. I think... To go into more detail on that, what I would like to have seen would have been an additional layer to it, a personal layer. So having all the functionality that it's currently got, but another section that keeps track of all your own discoveries. I'd love to have seen something like that. Shijima, no, I don't think Raxler has been found yet. Who knows when that'll happen? Right, so in the video title... So, sorry, someone asked me about my jump range. It's 60 light years. So in the video title, actually, we've got... I don't think I updated the Twitch video title. We've still got the previous title over there. Give me 2 seconds. We'll make sure that's all up to the heat as well. That's because I got thrown off with the technical issues right at the start. So the video title, live stream title today is Exploration, which we're doing right now, and discussing that new space station. So what's that new space station? What's that new space station? So the idea, one of the things on Distant Worlds 2, let's go over here, which most people will probably be well aware of by now because I talk about it so often, is, let's get to Sagittarius A. I'll type it right. Was to get a new space station built out here in the middle of the galaxy. So right over here, the middle of the Milky Way, a long way away from Earth, which is right over there. And you zoom in there, Sagittarius A is right there, and in one of the systems relatively nearby This is now showing as a system with a population in it. It's a human civilization, or human civilized station, or system rather. And that's because the new space station has been deployed out there. We've got a new space station right there already. So the space station is going to be deployed in segments. Give me 2 seconds. That's an old image there. We don't want to look at that one. See if we can find the image I want to show you. In here somewhere. Right, so there we go. There's oh, you can't see it. That's a large image, isn't it? Look at that. Oh, wow, we're moving everything all over the place here. Everything but the right thing. Image 6. Can we change the size of it? We can. Right, so this is a screenshot that I took from the FleetCom Discord server. I assume the screenshot comes from Eramis. If not, I do apologise. This is a screenshot of the new space station located right here near Sagittarius A in the star system we were just looking at. So that's actually right here. Thank you for admiring my pro streamer skills, Stuart. I am trying. I'm practicing really, really hard to get this good. So if you practice just as hard, you guys, you might just be able to get this expert at messing things up. So yeah, we got this station here. Now that's how the station looked, I think, yesterday when it was actually deployed. It also looked that way this morning, but right now the station has changed shape. It's morphed, and it actually looks like that. So I don't know why it's changed, but the station, the model, Frontier have actually changed it from the previous one to this. And this is actually really interesting because this is an Ocellus starport. And on the back, the little bit you can see on the back there is its engines, and these actually maneuver the front orbit. I said it's Ocellus. It's actually an Ocellus. No, it isn't Ocellus. Yeah, it actually moved the Ocellus module at the front here into the correct position. So that's what the station looks like right now, but it's actually going to be deployed in phases. So whilst we can head to that system now and dock, I don't think they've got many services there. They've got no universal cartographics as far as I'm aware. They do have some outfit in there because there's going to be a mining community goal there, which will determine the level of services this station has. You're about to go there and outfit your ship for mining. Now, let me just try something else here. One other thing I want to show. Now this is actually going back quite a while. Now, this actually takes us all the way back to... No, it's not there. This takes us all the way back to patch 1.1, which came out in the first quarter of 2015. So we're going to play this. I'm going to play this clip here. So give me 2 seconds. This is... We'll mute the sound just in case it's got copyrighted audio on it. So this is the release trailer for patch 1.1, and this is actually pretty relevant to what we got going on today, because the new station near Sagittarius A is going to be deployed in stages. So like here, like in the video we're seeing now, people have gone out and done a bunch of mining using the new mining mechanics, not these old dated mining mechanics shown in the clip, but we brought all the resources back and the station has now been deployed. So this hasn't tended to be the way most stations have been deployed recently. But the original idea was to deploy the new stations in stages, and we'll see the first stage actually appear here. Now some of you probably remember this trailer because it was officially released by Frontier a long while back. I thought it's really very relevant to what's going on right now. So as the station gets further and further constructed, you can see we unlock further tiers, and what we're looking at right now is the stage that the new station is currently at. It's got the Ocellus part of the front being positioned by its massive big manoeuvring engines here, which gets the station into its location. And this isn't actually how it works in game. This is just like a visual representation of how it's actually meant to work. But basically, this is stage 1. We've got the Ocellus starport, just the front docking part there. And then on stage 2, we start seeing the superstructure being put in place. And this is exactly what's going to happen. Stage 2 is happening on the 28th of February, and we're going to see some superstructure put in place on the new starport. And I think it's going to be completed by, when was it? Sometime in March. Let me see if I can get the exact date. It was here somewhere. So let's read this. Stage 2 of the construction will be deployed on February the 28th, when more of the superstructure will appear. Stage 3 of the construction will be deployed on March the 7th, and this date is when the second community goal will begin. So the community goal tiers will determine what extra services will come online at the new station. And this I'm reading from Erasmus's post over on the Discord server. So the community goal will last for 1 week, and then stage 4 is when the community goal is complete and the station should be in its place. There we go. So interesting why the change from an Orbis to an Ocellus, David points out there. So I think it's because the Ocellus, the original idea of the Ocellus was they were the ones that were going to originally be deployed into the new locations. But it's pretty neat to see that Frontier, with this particular community goal at least, deploying it as they originally envisioned. So pretty neat. But unfortunately you can't see it right now because I'm a good 7,000 light years away from that location. Nuclear Strudel, hello there. Right, we're just sorting out a little bit of music here. Hopefully the audio balance is alright there. Metis, no, the station's not going to be one of the Cube ones or the Coriolis ones. Beulah Bear, I don't think that core mining has made it too easy to make credits now. I think the ability to make credits right now is where it should have been for a long time now. I think it's very, very good. I mean, it just proves that Elite is in a place now where it's not all about credits. Don't get me wrong, I think there's some bigger things that we could perhaps buy now with credits. That would be nice to have in there, but for the early part of the game, up to the getting you into the larger ships, I think the credit balance is pretty perfect now. Lassie, yes, I'm just about managing to keep up with Distant Worlds. I'm not quite at the next waypoint, but I'm getting there. And Fat Max, hello there. I'm doing good today, thanks. I hope you're alright. So, aside from the appearance, Ken, no, there's not any major differences between the station types. They can have different appearances inside and different levels of services, but essentially that's not determined by their appearance. Roger, can we get our ship repaired there? Not at the moment, I don't believe. I don't believe there's any repair services there right now, but hopefully at the end of the community goal, they should be there. Alexander, so the fuel scoop is a class or size 6 class A. I think they cost about 28 million or something like that, but yeah, faster fuel scooping the better as far as I'm concerned. Well, the trouble is, Shan, personally I didn't like the credit rate right at the start of the game's release. I think it was pretty bad back then. Should it take 2 days now to earn an Anaconda? Maybe not, but that's perhaps down more to how we access the Anaconda. Perhaps we should have different methods for accessing the ships. I'm not saying rank lock necessarily, but perhaps it shouldn't all be purely down to credits. The reason I think the good high credit earning is good right now is down to ship rebuy costs. I think if someone wants to go out and do some Thargoid hunting and they're going to lose a few ships maybe, or they want to get engaged in PvP, they shouldn't have to prep for 2 or 3 days to build up enough credits to be willing to lose a few ships. So exactly, Shan, that's kind of how I see it. Ships are a tool, not game progression, and so the amount at which we earn credits is not really relevant to the progression through ships. At least that's the way I see it. But I do think there should perhaps be other forms of progression within the game at this point. CG40K, the only services at the new station are refuel and outfitting. Okay, thanks for the heads up there. Foxy Loxy, hello there. So, Bookshelvian, is there a way to restock your heat sinks? You can restock your heat sinks. You can do that through, when you're out in space, you can do it through synthesis, which I've got here somewhere. What? I'm looking at probably the wrong place. My brain's fried at the minute. There we go. I went straight past it early on. So there's an option here to create heat sinks, I do believe. You can manufacture them as long as you've got the right materials. There we go, heat sinks. So you can manufacture them on the fly. So Shan, credits direct the player into thinking bigger ships are the objective. Yeah, I agree. And I think partly the problem there is down to mission types. As we were saying the other day, I think it would be great if Elite had different types of missions that were ship specific. Sounds a good topic to me, Shan. Yeah, definitely can talk about that next time. What's an easy way to get 1,000,000 credits? So, Angelo, I'd advise, if you're right at the early part of the game, just go out and do a bit of exploring, even if you're in your Sidewinder. As long as your jump range has been increased a little bit, so you can get from system to system, then just go do some planet scanning. You'll easily get 1,000,000 credits pretty fast. So Alduin, you can reach exploration now in around with 300 million credits, which you can do in around about 1 day on a brand new account. And you think that's broken? So yeah, I agree. I don't think that's a problem with the amount of credits we got now. I think it's down to the fact that Frontier increased the hourly earning of credits, but didn't accordingly change the ranking system. Perhaps that's what needs fixing. Increase the rank requirements. Hey there, Aaron. Oh, nice to hear that, and thank you. Yeah, Shan, Road to Riches can be done in a Sidewinder. That's how I got, I'm on a brand new account here, and that's how I got into a Phantom very quickly, just doing Road to Riches. And then that got me, I used Road to Riches to get me into an Asp Explorer, and then I did some Void Opal mining to get me into the Great Phantom. Anglo, when is Frontier's next press conference? By press conference, I assume you mean when is their next big announcement. So we don't know that. Frontier just keeps saying soon. They've been asked that quite a few times today. They've responded just recently on their live stream. When you discover stations, can you sell it? Can you sell it? Stations for credits. And when you discover stuff, can you sell it at stations for credits? Yes, you can sell your discovery information for credits. So jump range 60 light years, as you can see it right there in front of us, and getting there. We're getting to the closer to the galactic core. Yeah, Alduin, definitely worth. Why is that water world's already been discovered? Either because it's so close to the jumping point here, or someone else has already discovered it. But yeah, Alduin, it's probably worth doing as a topic, definitely. Where is that water world? So I saw today a list of the values of planets when you scan them now, and I'll post that in just a minute. We'll talk about that, how much credits you can actually earn from the various types of exploration now. Where is that? Well, there it is. So maybe, or is that not it? That's a star, isn't it? Oh no, there's a water world. Perhaps I found it because it was very close. The ship will do passive scanning if it's close enough. Yeah, cool to hear, Michael. So yeah, I'm not a personal fan of the Anaconda, to be perfectly honest, but it doesn't make much difference to me that it's got a greater jump range than exploration ships. Let's go and scan that water world, and then we'll talk about the values of doing this. Let's just have a quick look here on the galaxy, the system map. So it's not tagged by anyone else at the moment, although that probably will change before much longer. Shan, you found your first water giant, and you've been exploring for 4 years off and on. Yeah, they seem super rare, don't they? I'm not sure I've found one yet either. Yeah, David, I do probe and scan water worlds usually. That's where we're heading over this way right now. It's actually got a really close moon as well. I'm going to give it... Is that moon this side or is that moon the other side? I'll try. Ooh, that's a landable one I think as well. Ooh, we got some potentially interesting footage and images coming up right here, haven't we? Yes. Let's go and do that. So I don't often find water worlds with moons orbiting quite so close. In fact, this is one of the first times I've seen this. Why is space so red? Well, that would be because of the new lighting. Well, two factors here. Because of the new lighting and we're so close to the local star, and also because we're getting very close to the galactic core, which is in the background, and it's very, very bright. Are all geological surface sites geysers? No. Not necessarily. They can be fumaroles and other things. We've flown right past that planet. Where's it gone? Where's that moon gone? Yeah, as Stuart's pointing out there, I've trying some different settings on the stream today, so even though how you think it actually looks in terms of quality, I think hopefully it should look at least as good as last time. Hopefully it should look better than some of the previous streams I've done, where the quality hasn't been quite so great. Ah, there you are. There you are. You're hiding next to me. hiding just within my sight, where I wasn't looking. Aaron, I'm pretty much already caught up with Distant Worlds 2. I don't have to be to waypoint 6 until the weekend, and I'll be there by the weekend, so I'm not particularly behind. Thanks, Trey. Right, what we want to do is get down on this planet, or this moon rather, and get a view from it of the Earth-like. I think that should give us some interesting views. There we go, and that mountain range there, what do you think? Looks like a good target to land at, doesn't it? The Northern Englishman, have I done much Thargoid fighting? Not a whole lot. Done a reasonable amount when Thargoids first came out, when we could first fight them, but I haven't done it for a very old while. Milkman, what are my thoughts on the Anaconda for exploration? So personally I don't like the Anaconda, certainly not for exploration. I know a lot of people do, but I think the ship is not really an exploration ship. I prefer ships with large wide open canopies, and they aren't too heavy and they're not too slow. Okay, graphics. I have got a noise gate on, so hopefully you shouldn't be picking up too much background noise there. I think we're going to get a disconnect here, aren't we? There we go. Wonder where we'll find ourselves when we come back in the game. So, you know, the interesting thing is that quite a lot of people have been saying they've been getting disconnects pretty much since Chapter 4 happened. And for me, those disconnects have pretty much all gone away until the recent update, which, well, there was a recent update this week, I think. No, we got to find that spot again. And I've been starting to get disconnects again, which is a bit of a nuisance. Commander Face Sky, hello there. Hope you're doing alright. Alright, let's see if we can get that same sort of position again. Basically, I want to get the water world on the horizon from this world here. Oh, we're right over the wrong side of the planet. That's unfortunate because we were just coming down in a really nice location there. Let's try and get around there again. But I don't want to get into the dark side of the planet because that defeats the object. Yeah, I'm doing good, Face Guy. Thank you, I hope you're alright. And yeah, it's good it's Friday. I'm very, very glad about that. Graphics, I'm glad you liked the video on Warframe. Actually, a brilliant game in my opinion. I'll probably be doing some live streams on Warframe over the coming months. Been wanting to do it for a while and just haven't done it just yet. It's definitely something I want to do. Right. Now all we want to do is get down on this planet without a disconnect this time, and I think we're up too high. Not too high as in too high from the surface, but too high up towards the pole of the world. Axon Tier. You right? Octavia, so yeah, you'll be up for more live streams of Warframe. That's pretty cool. Good. So, yeah. I've lost that mountain range that I was going to use to take some photos from. Nah. Now we've got to fly down. Oh well. We did have a perfect location, but this one will have to do. There is a mountain range, or a small little hill down there by the looks of it. Might be enough. Might be enough for the purposes. I saw Yamix put out a video on Warframe as well. I haven't looked at the video yet, but you know, Yamix take is always different. Looking forward to seeing the video. Alright, let's see what we get down here. Well, it's unfortunate we haven't got the mountains that I wanted. But this should be pretty interesting, I think. Let's position the ship fairly decently, and then we go for a drive, I think. We can get the ship down. I think something's going on with my rudder pedals. They don't seem to work so well as they used to. And definitely not working. So great. It's all or nothing with them. There's not much in terms of any sensitivity in between. So I'm not sure if they're giving out or what's going on there. Well, it's not quite what I wanted, but I think it'd do the job. It'd almost be mistaken for an Earth-like at this distance, couldn't it? David, any reason I've decided to give Warframe another try? So I've been playing Warframe on and off. Well, I've been playing Warframe very regularly for the last 6 months or so. I think what really got my attention again was the announcements last year of Valjack and Fortuna and all that lot. I think they got a lot of people's attention. Where's that world gone? There it is. Grumpy Old Man definitely will be nice once we get into the atmosphere of worlds like that. Technoblaze, what would I recommend for cargo transport setup? Probably, I personally would take a Type 9. Drive off to that world with a slightly crooked horizon. Andy, hello there. So Lassie, I don't believe the clouds do move on atmospheric worlds. I haven't watched them for a long time, but I did do a few time lapses on them a couple of years ago. And if I'm remembering right, the clouds don't move either on atmospheric worlds or gas giants. I know Frontier did have some concept of that. Back in 2014, they were talking about atmospheric clouds moving on, or not rather atmospheric clouds, but the clouds moving on gas giants, and they put out a concept video of it in action, saying that's what they would have it like in game, but as far as I know, it never actually made it into game like that. Right, let's get moving again, I think. We'll go map that world in front of us. I mentioned a little while ago, talking of time lapses, this would be the perfect place to do one of them. I'd like to see this planet rise. Maybe sunset, depending on if we can get the moon to align. I'd imagine that would happen, wouldn't it? At some point, the moon would align with the water world and the sun in the same frame. So has the Frontier dev team changed a lot since Elite's early beginnings, do I know? So I don't know that. I know people have moved around and changed roles and left the team and people joined the team, but I don't know any specifics on that. Let's go map that water world then, and then we'll start moving on a bit more. Alright. Yeah, so for those who have just joined in, I'm sure there's a few people that have joined the stream and disappeared over the last half hour or so. So you'll notice in the title of the video, well, it's an hour I've been streaming, so you notice in the time of the title of the video that there's a reference to the new station. So the new station is the station that's at the centre of the galaxy. So I risk repeating myself here just for the people that haven't seen it yet. The new station is being constructed in stages. Stage 1 has already been deployed. Let's show that image again. There's the image of stage 1. That's the station being deployed right near Sagittarius A. In fact, it looks like you can see Sagittarius A in the background, right in the middle of the image. Looks like a black hole there, doesn't it? So it's actually going to expand over the next few weeks as it gets all its superstructure added. Yeah, orbiting an Earth-like too, which is pretty neat. Looking forward to getting there. And Sagittarius A. Haven't been there for a while myself. Right. Let's do some scanning. Or mapping. The station was brought to you by Welcome Break, as sponsored by Starbucks and McDonald's. Yeah, Shan, I can imagine a nice big sign out the front of the station saying last stop for the next 30,000 light years. There we go, nice easy scan this time. Let's continue on our way. Maybe we'll find a few other nice locations along the way. Where's the next jump node? I'm missing something there. So you can see there's a whole load of stars here. Stars are getting very, very close together at this point. Like some of these are 1/10 of a light year apart. Some of these star systems, so it's very dense around here. Very, very close together. Selling overpriced coffee. That's the thing. That's the thing. Let's try that again. So I'm heading towards one of the points of interest along the route here, which is just another planetary nebula. I'm going to the gardens of Shangri-La. Shangri-La? Is that how we pronounce it? Goldfinger? I am going in that direction, but they're a few light years off yet. Let me just make sure that I'm not going to totally miss it though. I need to check the old Distant Worlds map. Give me 2 seconds. Should be able to find that. It'd be a shame to miss it. I've heard it's actually a very nice location. Let's have a look. Oh, it's actually in the opposite direction to where I'm heading. Where am I? Actually gone way past it, haven't I? Oh well, looks like I've missed it. I'm not going to head back there now. That's a bit of a shame because I did want to see that. It looks like we're heading in the wrong location now and I've gone right past it. Allison, an amazing location. That's a shame. It's nice to hear it's an amazing location, but it's a shame that I've actually missed it. How far is the new space station from the current waypoint? So around about 5,000 or 6,000 light years, soft light. Oh, David, don't tell me there was space lighting in there as well. I would love to have seen that. Always stop for photography, SPVFA, yeah. But then I know you guys do that as well, so. Oh, don't forget the scan values. Good point. Good point. I think I saw them posted in the Discord. So we'll look at those in 2 seconds. Bit of a disappointment missing that location, though. Pyre, thank you very much for the raid. Hope you're doing alright over there. And hello there, everyone who's just joined. Thank you very, very much. So we're actually, so for those over on YouTube wondering what's going on, we've just got a bunch of people who have joined up and started watching over on Twitch. So hello to everyone who's just come along. And we're just doing a bit of exploring out here, heading towards one of the latest waypoints on Distant Worlds. So yeah, we're just going to talk about scan values. Give me a second and we'll have a look right here. Let's see, I'm not sure I can find where this information has gone. Ah, there it is. So, I assume you made the image yourself here. Did you, Stubby? Yeah, I've got it now, Stubby. Are these done yourself? Did you create this image? Let's bring this up on screen. There we go. So it's going to look a little bit pixelated because it's a relatively small image, but it's well worth it. This is new information put together about the values of scans as they are in Chapter 4, the current release of Elite Dangerous. I was pulled from FleetCom. Okay, thanks, Stubby. Want to go there? Hello there, and thank you. So, yeah, what can we see here? What can we see here? So, the value of Earth-like worlds. We've got two extremely high valuable worlds at the top. Terraformable water worlds and Earth-like worlds, both of the same value as each other. So it's always worth going to see any of the top few items here. So FSS is just the initial scan that you do when you use the Discovery scanner. The FSS and DSS, so the Discovery scanner is launching probes at the planet. That gets you almost, what, a factor of 4 increase on the value of the world. So it's definitely worth doing. Mapping gets you, didn't realise it was so much. Mapping gets you a huge increase in payout. So someone's asking, what is FD? FD means first discovery. So if you're a first discoverer of something, that also gets you a significant bonus as well. And this explains why some of the systems that you can scan, you can come out of a system with 10, 15 million worth of credits just from one system. I'll get this put as a link in the video description in a minute, or chat for everyone to have a look at. So I think you might find this useful. Alright, let's get rid of that. And we'll try it in action. We'll put it into action. Did they change the values of neutron stars and black holes? Was there neutron stars in that list? Have a look. Yeah, I don't know the value of the stars. Don't seem to be there, do they? Unless I'm missing it completely. Neutron stars are usually high value as well. Neutron stars and black holes. So really they should be on the list there. It's a shame they're not actually in there. Is there a bonus for first mapped? There should be a bonus for first mapped. I'd imagine that the FD probably includes that. Where it said FD first discovered, I assume that includes both the first mapped and first discovered bonus. Mad Dog, I didn't make the price list there from Discovery Prices. I'm told that actually come from FleetCom. I'm not sure who discovered it, who created that, unfortunately. We'll see if we can find out. As I said earlier, Aldin, I don't think it's the amount of credits that are a problem for the elite rank anymore. It's the fact that Frontier need to increase the requirements of the elite rank. They just need to raise the amount of money you need to achieve the rank, not nerf credits. Simple fix. Let me see if we can get this image made available for everyone. Give me 2 seconds. It's a pretty good image, isn't it? A lot of helpful information there, so it's nice always to have that sort of thing on hand. You got it? I think that's done it. Yep, there we go. So I've just posted the link for that image into chat. Like I say, unfortunately I don't know who created it. Just as Sergeant Stubby said on YouTube chat over here, it was pulled from FleetCom. Dark Angle, hello there. I guess they could keep increasing it, Alduin. I just don't know how high. What would be a good number for you? 3 billion? What do you think Elite and Exploration should require in terms of credits? We say it's now just over 300 million to get to Elite in Exploration. So if that's too low, what would you like to see it as? 2 billion? We've got 2 billion. Duchess Elysium, thank you very, very much. Thank you for that. Appreciated. Cody, how long will it take to build a new station? We're going to get a disconnect here, I think, aren't we? Second one of the stream, or is it the third? Oh, we made it. We made it. Have you ever thought about getting a 6 degrees of freedom movement system for Elite Dangerous? Currently shopping. I'd love to hear your thoughts about it. So I've got a Thrustmaster Warthog HOTAS plus some Thrustmaster rudder pedals. So HOTAS is pretty good for 60 OF. Right, so we're talking about the station. Cody wanted to know how long it's going to take to build the new station, so I will go and read the information again. The good thing about that, Lavian, is that you really don't have to watch people if you don't want to watch them jump, scan, jump. I appreciate you saying there. A lot of people seem to be doing that. I think a lot of that comes down to the fact everyone's on distant worlds now. So, yeah. I guess either find someone who's doing combat and playing Elite, or perhaps watch someone playing something else. Quite an easy solution to that. I see. Right, okay. You think Dark Angle was meaning about head tracking? Is that right? Track IR or a Toby 4C or something like that. So, yeah, if you mean that, I like the Toby 4C. Oh, it's a seat that moves you. Okay, I don't think I've seen anything quite like that. Well, I've seen setups like that, but not anything that's readily available to just easily order. Yeah, I know the things you mean. Dark, I don't know anything about those. I've never actually looked into it too much or tried them out, unfortunately. They do look pretty neat, though. Pretty interesting. I imagine they'd be very immersive in VR. Let's look at this. So, the space station. Someone asked how long is it going to take to make the space station. So stage 1 has already been deployed, and I'm just going to read out a bit of text here as I did earlier from the FleetCom Discord. So stage 1 has already been complete, it's already deployed. Stage 2 of the construction will be deployed on the 28th of February. Stage 3 will happen on the 7th of March, and that's when the community goal will begin, and the station will be complete by the 14th of March. Oh, there we have it. 2.5 weeks? 3 weeks? 2.5 weeks. How can you tell if a body is terraformable? So the system map will actually tell you that? Right, so we're not finding anything too interesting on the way here. The other thing I've got coming out after this live stream is a video on the station that we've just been talking about, and it also covering what's going on with the Thargoids. So If you give me just a minute, what I'm going to do is swap accounts in a moment, and I want to talk about and show what's been going on with the Thargoids. We'll have a look at this one more system here, and then I'm going to swap out to another account that's back in the bubble, because, well, there's some pretty interesting stuff that's been going on with the aliens at the moment. Let's see what we got here, and then we'll go check that out. See what we got. Oh, we haven't got anything anyway. I was hoping for a high-valued planet here. So, give me 2 seconds, and I'm gonna drop out of Super Cruise here. And there's something else I want to show you. Still around, just swapping Elite Dangerous accounts here. I want to jump back to the bubble. Because essentially what's happened is that Thargoid activity has kind of picked up. Assuming we can get the thing open. Let's try that. There we go. For some reason the launcher just locked up there. So, Longfellow, you bought this game about a month ago, and on my way back from a trip out to the North American Nebula, anxious to find out how much you've earned mapping everything. Yeah, that should be pretty interesting. Hopefully you've made quite a lot of money there. Always nice to come back from an expedition and made a bunch of money. And you're very welcome. I'm glad you found the videos helpful. Frontier needs to hurry up and walk in stations, ships and planets. So yeah, I think walking around will happen. It's more of a question when. Right, here we are, back again. Right, so right in front of us we got what we have seen quite often over the past year or so. A damaged station.
We're experiencing an extreme crisis. We need all the help we can get.
So what is making this interesting, for me at least, is not that another station is under attack, because this has been continuously happening over the last year or so. I think December 2017, the first stations were attacked. What's interesting here, and let's just have a look at what's going on there. I keep saying the word destroyed, but I don't mean destroyed, I mean damaged. So Jacob, the focus of Space Legs on Elite would change the game. I think it's a massive topic. Very hard to cover right here and now. Covert, we can return back to Distant World 2 in a bit. I just wanted to swap out here and talk about something else. I've got a video coming out later today, like I said, on this particular topic. So I did want to just briefly highlight it here. So what's happened this week? Every week, pretty much every week, a new system gets attacked inside the bubble. Let's give it some of these tags here, because it's a bit too much. It's blocking the viewer from what I'm trying to show here. So yeah, every week or so a new station, or maybe 2, gets attacked. But this week we've got a total of 15 stations that have been under attack. So Thargoids are definitely ramping up their activity, which is kind of crazy. We've got a few over here near the Pleiades, the nebula, that have been attacked, and a whole bunch of them actually inside the bubble. And what's also happened, we're going to try and see if we can cause it to occur. Let's see how many jumps that is. 3 jumps. It might happen. What's also happened is that hyperdictions are now happening inside the bubble. I was actually jumping out this way earlier today and I got hyperdicted. So Thargoids are now pulling people out of hyperspace inside the bubble. So personally I think something is building up. I suspect something's going to happen soon. Who knows what? Hopefully, I say hopefully, it's not exactly a positive thing, is it? But I'd like to see Earth and the Sol system coming under attack. It's a bit storm. It's hard to tell whether it's random or whether they are heading somewhere, but they seem to be circling around. They seem to be circling around Sol at the moment. Let's see Earth burn. Yeah. Let's see Earth turned into an ammonia world. How about that, Tuplex? So I'm just going to jump to one of the other damage stations here. I want to see if we can get a hyperdiction occur, because I got hyperdicted a little bit earlier on today. Just jumping around here. So 2 seconds and we'll see what happens. A couple of jumps. We'll see if we get hyperdicted within that time frame. We may, because I only did 3 or 4 jumps earlier on today. That was enough to get hyperdicted, so it's quite possible. Nope. One more jump and we'll have a look at the station here, and we can always head back to Distant Worlds 2 again then. But I just wanted to highlight the fact that so many stations are now burning here. So, the thing is, we had the whole Gnosis incident, didn't we, a little while ago, and back then a bunch of people were hoping for Thargoid motherships. I don't know where or why they suddenly thought Thargoid motherships would be a thing, and there's absolutely no reason to think it now, but I think at this point we've had, well, the first hyperdiction happened just over 2 years ago, very, very long time ago now. The first space station was attacked by Thargoids, and we didn't get hyperdicted. It was attacked by Thargoids over a year ago now. And Jokester's station, it almost seems relevant, doesn't it? The whole Thargoid conflict is very, very slow at the moment. So the first hyperdiction happened 2 years ago. The first station was attacked 1 year ago. I think we're just past time now for something else to occur in this conflict, and maybe with these extra stations being attacked, it's kind of ramping up towards that. Or is that being too hopeful? Is that being too hopeful? Aldrin, give it just a month or two and the whole bubble will burn. John Jameson mentions a mothership, so they're definitely out there. So yeah, I definitely want to see a Thargoid mothership. Why are they not happening? We're getting interdicted here. Sounds like you need a break, Lavian. That would be my advice. Have a break. McCaddy, hello there. And good evening to you over here. Good morning to you. Hope you're doing alright. Yeah, O'Neill, I kind of agree. It's going to be, well, if the Thargoids are ramping up their attack here, and they definitely seem to be, they've chosen the good time, as you pointed out there. A lot of people outside the bubble on Distant Worlds 2. No, you're over in Australia. Oh. Did I not have that targeted? What did I miss there? I missed something there, didn't I? Not paying attention. Let's try that again. Let's just try that again. We can do it. There we go. Right, so again, that's another Coriolis station. I was hoping for a different station here, but not a problem. Foxy Loxy, what happens if you don't react to the Thargoids? I think the Thargoids can be passive towards players. They tend not to bother you if you don't bother them. But for some reason they don't like these space stations. They're causing all sorts of trouble to them. So yeah, 15 stations burning across the bubble now. Still not very many, considering there's tens of thousands of stations literally within the bubble. So Thargoids can keep attacking them like this, and it's going to be a good few years before they make any significant dent. But the point I really wanted to just highlight to all you was that it's not just one or two stations being attacked anymore, and things have changed a little bit. So there we go. So we're going to jump back to Distant Worlds 2 again. It was just a bit of a sidetrack there. Just wanted to have a look at something else that was going on in the galaxy. A couple of things this week. It's the new station in Sagittarius A, and the ramping up of the Thargoid invasion, or seeming ramping up of it. Give me 2 seconds and we'll swap back out again. Yeah, nil by mouth. I think that's going to be a problem with a lot of players. A lot of players are still outside the bubble. Ah, Kissamies. That was something else I did want to show there. The new AX combat zones. I say new, they're not that new, but pretty much all these stations out are on fire. Those systems now have AX combat zones in them, where you can fight the Thargoids. I did want to have a look at that there, but not to worry. I don't want to go back now. Let's get on with a little bit more travelling. Oh, Marco, you were hyperdicted yesterday and attacked by several Thargoids. Yeah. The stream's still here. Skytex, don't worry. We're just coming back in the game again. There we go. Just wanted to swap out the account again. Ah, so there's been less players in Colonia as well, Mad Dog. Be interesting, eh? Thargoids come to attack and no one's home. Then again, depends what the Thargoids want. Seems they just want to eat people. Maybe. I mean, they do take people away, don't they? If you've seen them doing that, they take people away in their escape pods. There we go, we're done. Yeah, there's a lot of stars here, Chris Payton. As you come out this way, it really does start changing. It really does start changing. Yeah, Bitstorm, I do agree with that. You get to a point in Elite where, as Lavian's pointing out, you have seen everything and you feel you've done everything. And there's two good solutions to that. One is for Frontier to release new content, which we just had relatively recently had a pretty big update, but even still I'd be more than happy to see a big update drop. But the other thing that sometimes helps is to start a new commander. And I really did quite enjoy the first section of this new account here, which I'm on now, starting out in the Sidewinder and just trying the game out from scratch again. The thing is, the game's been on sale fairly cheap lately. Yeah, £5 just for the base game and £10 for the base games with Horizons. So if you've managed to get hold of a spare copy, or if you can wait for a sale, then it's a good option. No, nothing here. Royal Raptor, you wonder when humans will get a chance to attack stations. Yeah, that'd be pretty nice, wouldn't it? I still kind of think that warfare, the background simulation when it goes into a state of war, should allow for that sort of thing. I'd like to see that. Tuplex. Yep, buying ship skins again for the second account is not a good idea. But then, why buy them for the second account anyway? It depends how much you're going to use the second account. Tommy, hello there. No, 4 o'clock's my usual regular slot for. Between 4 UTC and 6 is my regular slot for Fridays. I think I did 6 o'clock a couple of times, but generally I don't do that. No worries, Lavian. Totally understand. I get like that too from time to time. I don't think we're immune to it. Right, 20 more bodies. Let's see what we can do. Oh, Tommy, have I left the times wrong on the About section? Oh, look at that. My mistake then. We need to correct that. I'm glad you pointed it out. I've left the time at 6 o'clock on the schedule on Twitch. That's actually completely wrong. We need to fix that. I can't fix it while we're streaming by the looks of it. Thanks for pointing it out, Tommy. A content update focused on mysteries would be pretty nice. I still think there's room for some of that to occur on at distant worlds, because obviously there's still a long way to go. We're only at waypoint 6 now. We're not even halfway through yet, so maybe we'll find some interesting things. At Vega, can you have more than one commander with one account? So on PC, you need to buy another copy of the game to get another commander. If you're on consoles, then just create a new profile on your console, on the console itself, and then load up Elite Dangerous on the new profile, and you'll have a brand new commander. So basically, the answer to that is if you're playing on PlayStation 4 or Xbox, you can have as many commanders as you like. Of course, you need the subscription for those services to play it in open or private group, but if you're going to play solo, you don't need the online subscriptions. If you're on PC, meanwhile, then you've got to, unfortunately, buy another copy of the game. Excuse me. I've been disconnects today. I think these are really bad. Zane, thank you very much. Oh, well, still a nice comment. Thank you anyway, Zane. Thank you very, very much. Hopefully we can wing up together again soon. Let's go to the wrong place here. Yeah, thanks for that. Appreciated. I think this bookmark is taking me slightly off the beaten path, isn't it? I do wish we won't keep getting these disconnects though. It's getting a little bit annoying, isn't it, to say the least. Well, they've been going on for 2 months now. I think it's past time Frontier at least admitted what's going on here. Might be ISP problems. I don't think so. I'm not having any problems with the connection any other way, and these have been going on for a few days now. Umbo. Otter, do I have a system I call home? Not really. The closest would be the Maya system and the Pleiades. Where am I from? I'm from the UK, in the south. Let's see if we can get there without disconnecting this time. That's a little bit better. Right. Mad Dog, yeah, there is a nice station there in the Maya system, but that's got nothing to do with the fact that I sometimes play in that system, I'm sure. Right, let's see, what have we got here? Did I just do a scan? I don't know if I did a scan. I'm sure I did. One body. It's not gonna be what we want. Blackout. You spent 30 minutes trying to set up your controls. Can't seem to figure out the descend setup for mouse and keyboard. So have a look under the thrusters options. You should find it there. I do agree that I don't know if I'm agreeing with you because you haven't actually expressed an opinion there, but I do think that the control setup menus do need a massive overhaul. Umbo, you've not been getting any disconnects over in Canada? No, I've not had any disconnects for weeks. It's only with the recent update that came out the other day I've been starting to get regular updates. Alison, I do believe it's been said that people have actually flown through the system that's meant to contain Raxler, and no one's seen it yet. So, yes, it's kind of a joke. I kind of fly into a system there. That's not what I want, and leave, and it turns out to be that system with Raxler in it. But apparently, that's already happened. Ollie, I'm fine, thank you. Hope you're all right. Not finding much in the way of interesting worlds out here this time, unfortunately. Although we did find that nice water world, didn't we, early on with the moon orbiting very close by. That was a pretty nice find. How far away from waypoint 6? Still a few thousand light years? No idea, Felix, what system it was in. No one said, and I'm not even sure where the information come from that apparently someone had flown through the system with Raxler. I believe it was a comment from Frontier, but I've never actually seen that confirmed. Let's keep going. Is there a command for my HUD? So who's real? If you go on Google and do a search for ED Profiler, there'll be a little app you can download made by a Dr. Kai, who's one of the lead organisers for Distant Worlds here on Elite Dangerous. If you download that app, there's an option there to allow you to change HUD colours, if you're on PC that is. Not so easy if you're on consoles. In fact, you can't do it if you're on consoles, unfortunately, but Marineth, nice find. Never been confirmed by Frontier. Okay, so that little story about Raxler, I've heard it spread around the community quite a number of times. So it'd be interesting to hear where that originated from. Zane, wing up right now. I'm actually probably won't have time for that now. We're not going to be here too much longer. I can't understand that. I can understand that point of view, Shan, hoping Raxler's not in the game. It's never going to live up to expectations, is it, no matter what it is? Even if it's a station that does give out free anacondas. Thanks for the ask anyway, Zane. Perhaps we can do it on the next live stream. I really hope we can find some interesting planets here. Come on, there's got to be some around somewhere, isn't there? All these stars here. And we're not finding anything interesting. Where's it all hiding? What is Raxler? Flip side, that is a question. What is Raxler? No one knows. No one knows what Raxler is. It's a mystery that's in, apparently, allegedly, in Elite Dangerous, and no one actually knows what it is. There is reference to it in the game's codex, which we can see in the knowledge base here, Raxler. The legend of Raxler has been circulated in whispers for centuries. The quest for this mysterious place, the location of which is a deadly secret, was said to be the principal aim of the Dark Wheel, a putative fraternity of legend chasers from the early days of interstellar travel. The earliest recorded mention of Raxler dates from 2296 from the Journal of Art, a shipboard mechanic based in the Tau Ceti system. He writes, Cora comes home soused and raving with wild stories. A new one every night. She claims she's found a map to some pirate stash, and all I have to do is loan her my ship. We can go dig it up. Maybe we should go find Raxler while we're at it. And so it goes. On, and the bottom line is a summary. Whatever the truth of the matter, one thing remains irrefutable. The legend of Raxler continues to inspire explorers and conspiracy theorists to this day. No one knows what Raxler is. Robbie, well, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying them. Yeah, I suspect that's probably where that quote come from, Lavian. I love the way that was kind of integrated into the codex there. Raxler is the name of the free anaconda. Nice. That's very true. This legend, this hoax of travelling to Hutton Orbital to earn yourself a free anaconda. Now, how long does it take to get to Hutton Orbital? I think it's an hour and a half, isn't it? An hour and a half in Supercruise to get to Hutton Orbital. Yeah. Now, assuming you've got the money enough, say you've got 20 million in your bank account in Elite, and you've got enough money to buy an Asp Explorer or something like that and outfit it for mining with all the new mining gear, and you go for Void Opal mining, how much money can you earn in an hour and a half? 150 million maybe? So there's your anaconda right there. That's the lesson of the day. Should you travel to Hutton Orbital in a vain attempt to get the alleged free anaconda there, which is going to take you, like I say, an hour and a half to travel there in Supercruise, or do a bit of Void Opal mining for an hour and a half, which will get you an anaconda anyway. Yeah, there you go, Davis. The Hutton has no shipyard either. Plus it's too small to dock at. You can't even fit an anaconda in it. But I think it's kind of interesting we're at that point now where you can earn that correct amount of money in that same amount of time. Yeah, Murdoch, 80 to 100 million an hour easy. So yeah, hour and a half should probably... As a 744 pointing out there, as long as the RNG is on your side, and you should be able to get an anaconda anyway there. Tommy, you'd choose mining. I think it'd be a bit more interesting than flying for an hour and a half in Supercruise anyway. Yeah, nil bar mouth. Void Opal mining is more fun, definitely. Right. So, you know, it'd be interesting to know how many people have actually been at the new space station already. Have many people head out that way yet and docked at it? ZXAZ, am I sponsored by Frontier? No, I'm not. Why'd you ask? You got there today? Cool. Oh, someone else has got there as well. Mark. Well, I'm hoping to arrive there before too much longer, but I'll probably pass through waypoint 6 rather than head straight there. It's a bit of a distance, but there we go. Where's the best way to faction rank up now, Otter? So I do believe that Down to Earth Astronomy has done a recent video on that, Otter, so you can go and find that out. Do a YouTube search for Down to Earth Astronomy. I'm sure it was about the last week or two he's done a guide on quick ways of ranking up. Because I have the game in the link. Well, that's an affiliate link, ZX. Which is completely different. Fox, according to EDSM, 10071 ships passed through Alpha Centauri space, including 97 ships in the past few days. 10,071 ships through Alpha Centauri. I wonder how many of them went to Hutton. What's the name of the station? Explorer's Anchorage, I think. At least that's what the location is being called at the moment. It'd be nuts if all those people did go to Hutton, Fox. Yamix would be very happy. Because I'm sure he's contributed towards that. Well, we found something reasonably interesting at last, a black hole. But that's because we've arrived at the destination.
System scan complete.
Let's see what we got in this system. So this is one of the points of interest, I would hope. No. Look at that. Why is it a point of interest? Why is it a point of interest when there's nothing here? Why distant worlds? I mean, yes, it's lovely colours here, but we left a location like this just a moment ago. Well, we got a nice black hole there, I guess. At least there's that. Oh dear. I honestly thought there was going to be something interesting here. So, the Cloverfield Planetary Nebula is next up. The downside is we kind of flew off track a little bit there. I think this is waypoint 6, is it? Arrive at this location. I'm going to plug the last waypoint in right now. Oh wow, we've flown around the houses here a bit. It's still quite a long way away. That is a nuisance. Okay. Not to worry. Fox, yeah, it might be pretty just outside the nebula. We're going to keep going though. We've seen that not too long ago, that one. Okay, thanks, Stubby. I assume it's still the same system. And I do realise there, as Andy's pointing out over on Twitch, there is a bug on the planet that waypoint 6 was originally at, which was causing people to lose their ships. Ah, Kenburn. I think you recommended to view that one just outside the system, so should we have a look? Let's just backtrack a second there. I've lost track of where it was. Oh, down there. Oh yeah. I think we'll skip that. We'll skip that from now. But we did that on our previous trip anyway, so. Mark, looking forward to getting towards waypoint 6. Hello there, RN. Stubby. We've just got to be careful there, I guess, yeah? Every confirmed location is saved for alien life. Am I in Fleetcom? Private group. Not today, Soundo. Okay, thanks, Ganburn. I'm heading off anyway from now. I should have read the Fleetcom guide as soon as we travelled there, but if I'd realised that, I probably wouldn't have headed towards that location, because we've already viewed a planetary nebula just outside the location anyway, not too long ago. RN, you're still located at the Omega Nebula. Well, yeah, you have got a little bit of catching up to do. No friendly advice really. Just check out some of the points of interest along the way, because there's a lot of lovely locations. Do have a look at the Clockwork Rings. I think that's one of the best locations I've seen in the game for a very, very long time. Oh, that's fairly close. Still no Earth-like, so where are they? Where are they? So, just before I come on live streaming today, Frontier were doing one of their new series, Frontier Extra. Did many of you manage to catch that? It's basically a new live stream series that they do in their new studio, the one where they sit on the sofas all together and talk amongst themselves. And I thought it a pretty nice live stream. No news on it, of course, but it was a great format. I don't know if any of you managed to catch it, did you? It was over on Twitch. Oh, we got 10 bodies here. What do we got? The Amiga Nebula, no, the Omega Nebula Toast Corp. Not the Amiga. One of my favourite computers from years ago, the Amiga. In fact, that was the computer I first played Elite on. And there's a thought. Would anyone be interested in watching a live stream on Frontier Elite 2? It's called the Clockwork Rings, RN. You'll see it on the itinerary, one of the waypoints. Yeah, would anyone be interested in watching a live stream on Elite 2? I could do that. Been a while playing that game. Quite tempted to do a few of the old classics in that way. I did it in videos a little while back, but doing it on videos is not quite the same as doing it on a live stream. Just for morbid curiosity, yes. There we go. Sorry, I hit the mic. A bunch of really nice games back then. Chaos. I don't think I'd do it as a series, Elite 2, but certainly a one-off. In terms of a series, I could do some old retro games from time to time. So what's Elite 2, McCaddy? So the original game in 1984, that was Elite 1. Elite 2 come out in 1990 something. I'm tempted to say 93. That was Frontier Elite 2. Actually, it might have been 94. 94, thank you, Chaos. Ah, DJ, you missed out on Elite back in the day. You're too busy playing Wing Commander. Funnily enough, I never got the chance to play Wing Commander. I never had a computer that was good enough to actually play it. I can totally understand that, Odyssey. Goldfinger, I didn't play the original Elite. I started with Elite 2. So yeah, it could be a perfect opportunity to give the first Elite a try. Independence War or I War, yeah, definitely was good. I did play that. What's some other good classic space games? Oh, you know what? I was really looking forward to a Freelancer. That was a Chris Roberts game, wasn't it? In the early 2000s. Because there was a lot of hype around that game at the time. A lot of hype, big lead up to the game, and it was, I believe, if I remember right, it was delayed quite a few times. And I kind of, in the end, lost interest in it. And I do remember when that Freelancer finally arrived. I didn't actually get into it, and it turned out to be a pretty darn good game that many people still play even to now. So kind of shameful in a way that I didn't really get into Freelancer. Free Space though, yes, Free Space and Free Space 2. Fantastic games. Some of the best space combat ever, really. Certainly some of the best space combat of the time. Free Space 2, really nice. Yeah, Free Space 2, you still play it. Free Space actually is pretty good if you get some mods for it. Did I play any of the Star Wars flying games like Rogue Squadron? I didn't, Trey. You know what? I don't remember if those were on Amiga. I had Amiga computer back then. I didn't have a PC. In fact, I didn't get a PC till about 98 or 99. Honestly, I can't remember if the X-Wing games were, or those Star Wars games were on the Amiga. I have a feeling that they weren't. Otherwise, I probably would have played them. Then there was... oh, what was the game? Starglider 2. Pretty sure X-Wing was not on the Amiga Kissimmee. Yeah, I don't think it was. Same with Wing Commander series. I'm pretty sure they weren't on the Amiga either. Starglider 2, that was another really good one. How many of you tried that one? That was the one where Space Whales came from. So now, Starglider 2, they did have planetary landing, even back then, and I think it did it before Elite 2. I'm pretty sure Starglider 2 came out before Elite 2. I'll have to check that. Starglider 2 release date 1988. Wow, that's longer ago than I actually thought. So yeah, they had planetary landings of a sort in Starglider, and space whales as well, flying around in the upper atmosphere. Lost some serious time to Rogue Squadron. Yeah, I think I played that as well. That was the one where you played an X-Wing ship, wasn't it? Wing Commander was only on PC. That's what I thought, Shan. That's one of the reasons I never got to be there. Starglider was on the ST, Amiga and the ZX Spectrum. Yeah, Starglider 1 and Starglider 2 were both very good games. Very different games as well. Very different games. And then there was the Starglider 2 soundtrack. I still remember that to this day. say it holds up very well as a piece of music, but it was very memorable. A very memorable piece. When the with the Amiga, it came, old farts. Yes, William Snyder. We're all old with these old games. Yeah, the Starglider 2 game come with a cassette tape. It was on floppies, the game itself, and it come with a cassette tape which had the soundtrack on it. Right, let's have a look. 16 bodies here. Nope. Keep going for a few more. It's a dad game. What one's a dad game? Kiss 'em is. It wasn't a dad game at the time, I'll tell you that. I only played the Privateer remake. Anyone remember Homeworld? Homeworld was really, really good. So was the sequel and the remake, or the remastered version was nice. Captain Blood was silly, Shan. Never got anywhere with it. Was only able to move the arm and have it make gurgle noises. Yeah, Fox. Freelancer I only played a few years back in the end. Took a long time to get round to that game. I can certainly see the appeal for it. Yeah, there's been a lot of space games over the years, hasn't there? Certainly quite a lot of fun ones. Space too far apart, though, I think is perhaps the downside. Space too far apart. We've lost our destination here. Let's try that again. What's going on here? Come on, we just want to plot a route. Let's try that again. Should work alright. There we go. There we go. Tachyon Rift was a funny with great voice acting. You know what? I remember the name, but don't remember really playing that too much. Starlancer, yes. Starlancer was a good one. You think you had to be on drug or drugs to play Captain Blood? Maybe. Maybe. Whatever happened to the furry felines aliens from Elite on the Amiga? Never reappeared. Yeah, there was a lot of aliens in the first Elite game. And they kind of disappeared over the time. Not really sure what happened there, whether the lore was rewritten or whether there was some other background stuff going on. Feline aliens make any sci-fi universe better. Especially the Thundercats, hey, Kissimmee. Talking about old games, talking about old TV shows now. Thundercats was one of my favourites. Way better than He-Man. Hey there, Rocketh. Nice to see you here. Yeah, great to be here. Nice to see you coming along. We're going to get another disconnect here, I think, aren't we? Just going to disconnect? Come on, don't disconnect us here. Oh, you're over on YouTube as well, Rocketh. There you go. How to be in two places at once. Yeah, we're all right. And then, of course, is the ultimate classic space themed series. That's also a TV show. Talking about old space games and talking about old TV shows. And then there was Ulysses, wasn't there? Ulysses 31. The best combination of both. Yesterday you spent 10.5 hours multi-crewed in a stationary ship. So Zibadian, the big question there is, did you know it was stationary at the time? I think I can go with that. Expanse is one of the best shows on right now. I can agree with that. It was Highway Warriors cutter. You knew it was stationary. Ah. So, Highway Warrior. And the rescue attempt. The fuel rats rescuing a person who's been stuck out in space for a very long time. A very long way out. And a big expedition or a big rescue is being undertaken in an attempt to go and save them. When was it they run out of fuel? November, wasn't it? They've been stuck since November. Is that right? Am I remember that correctly? Hello there, Tora. Right, I think we're going to make this one the last jump. Didn't find anything too interesting today, unfortunately. We did find that really nice water world with the moon orbiting right nearby. But beyond that, nothing too much. I was hoping that the point of interest was going to be something nicer, and I was hoping perhaps we could at least found something on the last jump there. But I think for now this is where we're going to leave it today, and we'll pick up from here on Sunday and try and get to waypoint 6. We're actually a little bit further behind on waypoint 6 than I would like to be, so maybe I'll do a bit of travelling between now and then and get ourselves a little bit closer. But thank you everyone for coming along today. I have got a few shout outs I'd like to do. Thank you to John Warren, who became a member earlier on today before the live stream started. Thank you to DJ Werderman. Thank you very much for that. Thank you to Duchess Elysian. Zane Cutter, thank you as always, and hopefully we can perhaps wing up on Sunday. There we go. Yeah, there is a video about to be released in about 10 minutes or so, so keep an eye out for that. Just covering some of the subjects we've already talked about today, but hopefully you'll find it quite interesting to do. And over on Twitch, as always, I'm going to go raid someone. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Who can we find here today? perhaps I think we go raid Bognogus. Should we go raid Bognogus? There we go. Oh, and Trey, thank you very much. Just at the end there. Appreciated. Thank you. Very kind of you there. Great chat. Would watch again. Nice. It's been good. It's been good. So thank you. So let's go raid Bognogus over on Twitch. Let's go do that now. And oh, a Raptor. Thank you very much as well. Awesome, guys. Thanks a lot. So everyone over on Twitch is ready to raid, so I've got to head off now. Thanks again. I'll catch you all on Sunday. See you soon.